Ciao everyone! This is my favorite kind of weekend in northern Italy. A thrift store on Saturday, followed by a flea market on Sunday. I spotted lots of beautiful original art, vintage collectibles and ceramics, including one very special, possibly very old piece, and I'd love to hear your input. It's massive. It's a weapon. Cute. If you're enjoying this content, please take a moment to scan and subscribe.
Aspira e soffia, quello che devi spingere le foglie.
Tuscany.
Costa tanto, pesante qui.
This is 14 euros. It's really nice. It's got this green glaze. It's got a little bit of a design etched into it. There's nothing marked on the bottom though.
Quello lì quasi quasi lo vengo a prendere quello che mi piace. Quello è il fatto.
Cosa ti serve anche dall'altra parte?
Dall'altra parte che sta dove vado, come...
Quale?
No, quella lì mi piaceva. Quella
For the
lì.
window?
Chissà se va. E poi...
As you can see, this market is quite small, and sometimes that's okay. These little community ones, sometimes you can find really good deals. This is every second Sunday of the month, and it's not too far from where we live, which is great.
Sì, era prima un verde più acceso. Verde acceso. Ma 2 euro. Certo, vedi pure.
He's also got some smaller pieces of art here. Oil paintings, not oil paintings, watercolor paintings.
Vale 3 pezzi 5 euro.
Ok, grazie.
Quella è la piccolina.
Ok. 5.
3 pezzi 5 euro.
Oh, 3 pezzi per 5. So he's saying that in these boxes it's three things for €5. So I saw online that the Casale Monferrato market is closing early today because of the extreme heat, which is probably a good idea. We're here pretty early, so it's not, well, it's already pretty hot, but at least there's some shade to be found. This is all paper, ephemera, comic books, naked ladies. This is a pretty little setting over here. Some folks are selling produce. And let's see, maybe this is to benefit the church, perhaps? Some giant clogs. Oh, there's going to be an event. This is a cute painting. I like that there's some poppies in the field. It's on board. Always can carry your cards with you if you put them on your keychain. Hot. Yeah, this stuff is just baking in the hot sun. I feel like every video for the past several months I've been talking about the heat, but it just seems to be sticking around, and from what I understand it is also the case in the US. This might be the woman that I bought those tiny vases from before. I'm not 100% certain, but it could be her.
€2.
Ok, €2.
€2 for that. Every time I touch something, she's shouting a price at me. It's kind of different. El Salvador. It's Trevi Fountain. Yeah.
Viene €3 quello.
Okay. Grazie. That one's 3. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
I had a couple of glazed well, they weren't, they hardly had any glaze on them. Buongiorno. And he was offering a very good price. I just don't know that I like them that much. I'm trying to be selective. It's cute. This beautiful painting, wow. Oh my God, he was gonna give me that painting for €30, but it's so big. I hate to walk away from it, but it's too big. It would take over my gallery wall. There would be no room for anything else. Oh my goodness. Oh, maybe I need that for my gallery wall. It's kind of interesting. It's very different.
Se lo prendi €4 glielo do. Non ti piace? Oppure 3, dai 3. No, non ti posso dare meno.
Consegno, tempi stimati 10-15 giorni sull'ordinazione.
It's really interesting.
Metta istruzione,
Quanto costa? 7.
posso dire.
€7. Same amount I paid yesterday. I will think about it.
Hai? Chiedemi la così io pure.
5?
Io
Pencil.
lo devo fare.
Okay, she just changed it to €5. These folks wanna go home with less stuff, which I appreciate. If I were doing a live, I would ask you to weigh in if I should get that for €5.
Vado penso a novembre.
Perché io per non dover portare il caseggio volevo chiederle se capita che qualcuno
Allora, secondo me, se vuoi provare, devi provare solo
It's made of wood. Little tray. It's marked on the bottom, but I don't know with what. Different.
io posso dire so che
It's cute little watercolor on the shade. Look. Very cute. Let's give you a little peek at the town. Yes. You know, there's a few more vendors here than I initially suspected. If these, hey, look at this. I don't know what that is, but it's cool. If these tables under the trees cost a bit more, I think it was probably well worth it. Buongiorno.
Una delle che ce n'è tante in giro, monete più piccole del mondo. Ho guardato su internet, quelle che costano meno costano 20 euro e fra l'altro spesso c'è solo la moneta e non c'è l'alluminio, perciò la metto 20 euro.
No, ma stavo guardando perché mi sembrava un giocatore di golf.
Ma è possibile,
No, mi
è
sembra più un
possibile.
giocatore.
Ma... Grazie a lei. Grazie a lei.
Allora, adesso dobbiamo fare quelle lì a
Gonna. Gonna.
Oh, we're closed.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Oh, you know, I think I need this in my life. That looks handmade, but it's quite small.
Ciao everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I'd like to extend a very special welcome to my new subscribers. My name is Kathy. I'm the Secondhand Gattara. I'm an American living in the Piemonte region of northern Italy. So I thought I would do a haul of my recent weekend of vintage treasure hunting. On Saturday, I went to a secondhand store in Novara, and then on Saturday, I went to a small flea market in the town of Incisa Scapaccino. And yeah, I got some really cool things that I'm excited to share with you. First is this mug. The handle is kind of different. I thought that the glaze on it was really pretty. There's a fleur-de-lis pattern along the bottom, and there's a very interesting glaze on the inside. You can kind of see like the drip marks. And on the bottom, it is marked Baldelli, Italy, and handwritten is 10/535. I tried to find out some information online. I found a similar mug, but in a different colorway. That one was blue. They were calling it mid-century modern. So I suspect it's probably from maybe the 70s, maybe the 60s. I'm not really sure. Baldelli is a ceramic studio. There wasn't a ton of information online. It said that they were started in 1948 in Perugia, but I can't quite tell if they're still in existence. I couldn't find a website for them, but they definitely continued, at least according to Wikipedia, until the 90s. But I thought it was really cute, and I decided to use it to hold all of my colored pencils. And it cost only €2. The second piece I wanted to share with you, I got this at the flea market. Maybe you remember from the video when I asked the price, she said €7, and then I walked away and then she said $5. So I said I would think about it, and I did wind up going back for it. This one, I used Google Lens, and I know that the information that they give is not always the most accurate, or they tend to like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like overestimate like its rarity or its price. And first they said that they thought this was a Greek amphora or vase. And I wasn't sure about that because I looked at some of the others. They were saying it was like Minoan from Crete. And I looked at other ones and I could understand because of the colors, the black and the white, that is very common. But I then did some more searching, and what's interesting about this piece is that as I was investigating, so there's nothing on the bottom, and as I was like feeling it, this border along the bottom, and I believe this design, which is repeated on this other side, it's a little bit of damage here, but this part is not painted. It is actually like cut paper that was like laid down, like maybe like decoupage, if that's what it was called, here. And then this part and this part are painted. But I believe underneath, because you can see it's chipped in some places, that it's just a simple terracotta wine jug. And doing some more digging with using the AI tool with Google Lens, it seems like this is probably just like someone's arts and crafts project, that they maybe were trying to emulate that Greek style with using this color combination and maybe the designs. But yeah, they think this was probably just like a hobbyist piece. And you know what? I love that. I love things that are made by hand, and especially when they are made by someone just with love and for their own enjoyment. So I just think it's really sweet, and you know, it's a little bit different from the kinds of things I'm normally drawn to, but I don't know, I just thought it was really a unique piece, and I thought for €5 that it was definitely worth it. So my little homemade amphora. I didn't film myself looking at the vintage clothing, but I did get this beautiful skirt. The brand is Alberto Esperi, which is a designer brand. It is this like really impractical, dry clean only material. It's like the tag is really faded. It's not silk, but it has like the feel of like a satin. It's really light. It's a maxi length. It's got this bias cut seaming on it. It is really elegant. I thought it was giving very much like that 90s kind of Carolyn Bessette Kennedy look that everyone's talking about, or I don't know, they were talking about it like 6 months ago. I'm probably a little late to that trend, but you know, I think that this is sort of a timeless look, and I will model it for you. Although this is a little tricky to style. I'm not exactly sure what would look best with it. Yeah, so this was €10, and I tried to get him to come down to 8, but he wasn't budging. I think because he was watching the stall for someone else. This was the piece that I was most excited about. So I spotted this in the secondhand store in Novara, and it was with like they had a section with like different vases and planters and things for gardening. And I guess what first drew me to it was the color. Like it had this beautiful deep green glaze on it. And then I took it out from the shelf, and it's really heavy. Like there's like significant weight to it. And it, you know, it's that same like wine jug, amphora, or, you know, maybe possibly a vessel for olive oil. There's something in there that's kind of rattling around. There's nothing, again, on the bottom of this except for these little like felt feet. So I think somebody did that so that it wouldn't, you know, damage furniture or anything. But anyway, when I used Google Lens for this one, they suspected that it was Southern Italian, possibly Puglia, because maybe that green glaze is like a traditional style there. I mean, I don't have a definitive answer. I mean, I don't know. I'll show you like a close-up, but it's not just the plain green glaze. There's also a pattern
etched into it that was done like before it was fired, I guess. I don't know a whole lot about pottery. And then there's a design along the bottom, but it seems like it was like a utilitarian piece that maybe eventually became a decorative piece. Just looking at the condition of this and looking at some of the other ones online, that this one could have some significant age to it. So I'm really curious if you have any input or if you've ever seen anything like this. I just thought it was beautiful, and I was more than willing to pay the 14 euro that was on the price tag because I thought that was a wonderful price. However, when I got to the cash register, he informed me that there was uno sconto, which is a discount, and it was half price. So I got this beautiful, definitely vintage, maybe even antique wine vessel with this gorgeous glaze and pattern for only 7 euros. So I was so happy. I practically skipped out of the store. I got it on top of my bookcase in the living room, and I just think it's so beautiful, and I'm so happy with it. I hope you liked this haul. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me, visiting the thrift store and also the flea market. I look forward to hearing your feedback. If you have any insights about any of these pieces, I would love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Ciao!